Just woke up. Just had a dream. I was at the Goldsberry residence sharing my dream of Russell M. Nelson. There was about 22 people. I was standing up on a chair talking to all of them. And I'll just say the story again. Well, first of all, I was playing This or That with Julia. And we did Sisters or Scriptures. And she was talking about how brutal the sisters are, so then we changed it to Super Sisters and 1% and stuff like that. It's a very complicated exchange there, and this girl was like, "Did you just make that up? Like, you're brilliant and all this stuff." And then I was about to give credit to God. James 1:17, every perfect thought comes from God. I ended up going on top of a chair and I'm preaching to them, and or not preaching to them, I'm just telling them a story I'm telling them a dream that I had, and I posted this to Facebook already. But I'm talking to Russell, and then, oh yeah, Kelly Goldsberry is right there too. And I said a joke about, I hope you're listening to this, and I hope, I hope you listen the whole way. And she's just like, okay. And I start telling the story, and I'm talking to Russell Nelson in the dream, and I say, Reese's or Snickers? And he says, Snickers. And I said, Starburst or Skittles? And he says, Skittles. And I said, Doctrine and Covenants, Pearl of Great Price, Holy Bible, or Book of Mormon? And he says, Pearl of Great Price, Doctrine and Covenants, Holy Bible. And that was my dream. But as I'm saying the last line of the dream, which is so profound, of him taking these high quantity scriptures, the Bible and these other ones, everyone in the room had lost interest, and they were just looking up like this, and they didn't care, and they were like the story had ended in the middle. And Kelly wasn't even here. She unironically left. I turned the corner, she's making mac and cheese, the kids are running around, and I was just like, why didn't anyone hear my story? Why doesn't anybody care? It's like, and I just felt so, I don't know, disrespected, or I felt kind of worthless, or it was very disrespectful. But it was this idea that like nobody cared about me or the story enough to like listen to the end of it. And I don't know. I think that particular story has big implications too. But it was like, I don't have very much influence, according to this dream here. And just nobody cares about stuff like that, about this stuff. And they're just, everyone's worried about their own lives and their own things. And just, I don't know, my revelations are like way down there, and they're more excited to see me than they are to hear what I say. So that was my dream, and I just woke up. Say 6 Jesus Christ, man.